Good evening, kids. Hope you all are doing fine. So today we are going to read prepositions and collocations. I guess you know what are prepositions, and maybe collocation is a new word, or maybe you have heard of it. So let us see what is it. So preposition, as of all of us know, that it is a word placed before a noun, or let's say between the noun and the pronoun to show the relationship with some other word in the sentence. Most of the time we see the preposition is connecting the noun with the object of the preposition. And collocation will be taking it up later on in this session. First we will be doing prepositions, and then we will be taking up collocations, and you will have one more class on collocations. So, collocation refer to the word or phrase combination that are frequently used together. Means sometimes means we say what? Normally we say fast food, right? So, we do not say quick food. So, this word fast is related to the word food, and they together they make one word. So, make an expression. This is called collocation. This is like, it is not used with the word food to like show the relationship. So it is not a collocation. It is, this one is called collocation. Words like this are called collocation. So we will be looking at collocation in different ways. We'll be like taking it up in the forthcoming sessions also. So let us first go through prepositions, and then we will be taking up collocations. So let us go. Let us go to the next slide. So as I told you, like the preposition is used, or it shows the relationship between the words, right? Noun and pronoun with other words. So you can see here, he works hard in the hope of standing first. So I have emboldened all the prepositions in the like example sentences. As you can see here, in is the preposition. Kids, just give me a second. I'll just be back. Yes. Sorry, excuse me. I had to get the door. Yeah. So as we can see, the relationship of in with its object, the hope. And in this sentence, at, the object here is night. In the third sentence, you will find on, which is a preposition, and it has its object, the table. So you will mostly find it is following a verb and some nouns. So it plays a very important role in any sentence. So and we all know preposition is also a part of speech. So most of the time when we are like forming any sentence, we have to use, or we tend to use this part of speech. We stay at home during the holidays. Again, you will find here at, and home is the immediate object. All these words are like the underlined words that I have underlined here in the sentences. The words or the phrases are called prepositional objects. Similarly, I'll be there by 10 o'clock. Then it has, you can see here, it has rained, and you will find an adverb here actually. Then it has rained for 3 hours. He pointed to the tree. So the tree, to the tree, right? So all these are examples of what? Prepositions. And if you break this word, it is pre plus position, right? Like we have pronoun, it is preposition. Pre means what? Before. Position means place. So mostly it is placed before what? Its object. First we write the preposition and then follows the object, and that object, that prepositional object, like in this sentence, hope, night, table, all these words show the relationship of the noun or the subject in the sentence with the verb and the other words in the sentence. So mostly those are a very, very important word part of speech, and sometimes tricky also, but definitely not difficult. And in the above sentences, you will, the same thing that has been mentioned here, you can have a quick read if you wish to. So it is written in the above sentences, the words in, at, on, by, for, and to are prepositions. The noun that come after them are called their objects. The thing that I have told you just now. Thus, hope is the object of in the first sentence. Home is the object of at, and holiday is the, not exactly home. Yeah, here. And holiday is the object of during. 10 is the object of by, right? So this is how we do this. What? Prepositions. Why I cannot see the chats? Yes, so they live in an apartment. So which one is the object in that sentence? Object of preposition. So now we can see here the prepositions generally serve three important purposes. One is indication of time. Means mostly we use prepositions in order to indicate time. Yes, apartment, correct. And indication of place and as a part of the verb. Okay, so these are the three things that basically we use. And also apart from these, prepositions also shows the medium. Prepositions also show means with the help of something, if you're doing it, it is called agency and instrumentality. So there are a lot of role that these prepositions play, but the most important roles are these three. What is that? Indication of time, indication of place, and as a part the verb. So let us have a clear look through the next slide. So how does it do? Screen is blurry, and I don't think it is blurry because I can see it very clearly. Is it blurry for everyone? And my voice, I can just increase the volume if you wish to. What about others? Like, is it audible and visible? It is audible and visible. Otherwise, Rudransh, no. Voice is breaking. Okay, the internet is flickering for that reason. Okay, the volume part is like I have increased the volume. It is full. About the screen, I cannot help it. Screen is very blurry. Let me increase the font a little bit. Is it okay now? Okay, so I guess now it is okay. And now you cannot hear me. Okay, let us. Now can you see the screen properly? Because I have already increased the font. So I guess you can see it now. Hi, yes. Okay, right. Thank you. So now you can see that it is, how does it indicate time? Time is indicated mainly by, at, on, in, during, by, and for, and sometimes you will find since also. So since also, and you can see here that how do we use at. So at is used for a point in time. So we shall, like, whenever you find a point, means the exact ones, like 6 o'clock, or let's say 10 a.m., 10 p.m., in that case you are using at. Okay, if you are finding out for the object to be a fixed, or let's say a point. Okay, it's not 5 hours, 6 hours. We are talking about what? Time, the point. We are not talking about the what duration. Then you can see here, he came at midnight. So with expressions like this, night, when it is night, dawn, dusk, okay, midnight. In these cases also you can use at, and you are supposed, means you are supposed to use at with the word, like wherever you see this night, dawn, dusk, midnight, etc. uh, this one you can use. See, I cannot help with that right now, because I guess others can see, means there must be a problem with your network. So please focus on that. I don't think I can help it now, because it is a live session, so I cannot change the font right now to like help you out. Okay, if it is in the worst case, you might get this what that the PowerPoint presentation in the form of PDFs. And at the worst, we can do that. So please focus on the screen. So how on is being used? So here you can see that at dawn, at sunset, at the end, at the beginning, etc. Then on is used. So remember, when you have a point of time and expressions like dawn, sunset, end, beginning, midnight, night, dusk, in that case you are using point. By point we mean expressions like this: 6:30 a.m., 10:30 p.m., okay, 7 o'clock. These are called what? Points of time. Okay, so this is for time. Again, we are also going to use at for place. Now you can see here on, how on is used. On is used for a particular day, whether it is a date, for example, 5th June. Okay, like today, it's 14th February, a day, Monday, or a special day in the year like Diwali day, a holiday, right? Any holiday means specifically any name, right? But if it is a longer like kind of thing, normally we use on for these occasions. We are not we know, means no more we use at for these occasions, right? So no, we are not. Yes, at noon, right? Correct. So wherever there is a point, we are using this, but not with afternoon. With afternoon, we do not use at. That is in. Then on is used with which you can see here. I will come on your birthday. I will come, or they will go to church on Sunday, right? On is used for particular part of such day as described above. Like I will come on the 10th of July, right? 10th of July, right? 10th of July. 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 So this is how we are using on. Let us move on to the next slide where we'll see some more usage of preposition. So here also we find some time prepositions like in. So in is used before a period of time in the winter, in July in the year 2005, or like for example you say India got its independence. Like we will write on 15th August 1947, right? Why on? Because we are writing the date. But if I will remove these two, if I will change this, I'll only write August. Then it will be in August. If I will write in place of August only 1947, then it will be what? In 1947. So, yes, like Rabindra Palai has written, I love to visit my grandmother's house in summer holidays. Yes, you can also write summer vacation. Then it is, we have also two examples here. Cricket is played in India in winter. These days we play cricket in every season. Then in is also used to show the total length of time taken to complete an activity. For example, if you activity or operation, by operation here we mean like some work. So this train will get you from Delhi to Chandigarh in 4 hours, right? You can also say that I reached school in 2 hours. Okay. So, okay, sorry, Kirtana. I will keep that in mind. I'm sorry. Yeah, so you had shared an example in summer holidays. That is very nice. Okay, I completed the exam in 2 hours. Very good, Shantanu. So that is how we use in, right? Rashmit Mohanty, what is that you cannot understand? Just specify. I will explain it again. How are we using in? See, for times, means we are talking about the time here. We are yet to talk about the place, right? So time, by time here we mean, Shashwat Behra, you have written the spelling wrong. It is not B-R-A-K-E-T, it is B-R-A-C-K-E-T. You are going to like get 0 in spelling test in Olympiad. Yes. So I am yet to do during. So Rashmit, if you are looking at that, I am yet to teach that. I have not started during, talking about during yet. Okay. Shrihanshu Jaiprakash. My name is Shrihanshu Jaiprakash. Okay. Yeah. I'm just means going to start during. So, as an action or a situation continues for some time. For example, like I think Kirtana was sharing one example that I went to my grandmother's place in summer vacation or in summer holidays. I just change a little bit. So, Rashmi, try to understand here. Now, she might have done or she might have done a lot of activity during that time, right? So, summer vacation, for example, let us say from 1st May to 1st June it goes on. Just for example, it might be different. So 1st May to 1st June. So during, this time is during. Okay. So you can say that like he might have gone to, or she might have gone to the grandmother's place on, like, let's say 15th of May, but that at that point of time it was going on, right? The summer vacation was going on. So in that case it becomes during. So we can say Kirtana did a lot of activities at the grandmother's place during summer holidays. Now is it clear, Rashmit? Okay, sorry, Shantanu, Sanvi. I'll keep those names in mind. Actually, it happens like I can read the names of your parents maybe because you are using their devices, no? So that's why. Yes, Shanvi, right? Shanvi has written, I had a lot of fun during the summer vacation, right? Hmm. So, Rashmit, is it clear now? Suppose during my see this, I have just shared the example of summer vacation. Be a little bit innovative, guys. Make your own example using my example only. Huh? Okay. So where is Rashmit? Rashmit, is it clear now? I can share another example. For example, let us say before 1947, India was what? Under British rule, right? So it was for a long time it was happening, right? We have heard that for 200 years, right? So it is maybe in the year 9, means somewhere around 1750 or 1750, like what 40 it started. So from 1747 to 1947, those 200 years, that is during. So you can say that British government, or let's say British people, were what? Exploiting India during the pre-independent era. Pre-independence era. Pre-independence means before independence era. Means the duration. Okay, so there we can use during. So I guess now it is clear to Rashmit. Okay. And what about others? All of you are clear? Yeah, looking at your example, I am quite sure you all of you have understood this one very clearly. See, kids, see, prepositions are the more, means the easiest like parts of speech. Okay, if you can like what, understand the trick behind them, it is very easy to do any preposition related what question. Okay, yes. So I'm quickly moving on to the next slide, guys. Now by. So we have covered in, on, at, and during. Now it is by. So when do we use by? Remember, by is always used not later than. In the sense, not later than. When suppose if I will say, I will start the class by 8, that means I will not, means what, wait for the people and I will start it, means within 8. I will not go and Means I will not even go for 8:15, go for 8:10. I will do it within 8. So that is what by means. Okay, so by is used to denote the ultimate point by which something was or is to be done, right? Something was or is to be completed. So I have to complete the work by Monday, means I will not, means the what? Cross Monday. I will do my work, or I will finish my work. I will complete my work before Monday. Means by Sunday night I will be doing it. Okay, it should not go beyond Monday. Then by is also, for example, we have here, I have to complete the work by Monday. The application should reach by 14th February. That means it should not go beyond 14th February. Right? Hmm. Yes. So somebody has shared the example that I learned how to ride a bike during the summer vacation. Very good. So I will complete my assignment by this month. Yes, and you're supposed to do that your holiday homework by the what? Before actually. So by the end of the vacation, right? So it's blurred. Okay. I cannot help it. Like I said, I think it is not blurred for everyone. So there might be some problem with your network. Anyways, so he traveled. So you also use by with day and night where it means during. So another use of like by is like during. So he traveled by day and slept by night. So it is like when you have two during. Means he's traveled during the day and slept during the night. So in that case, we are using when you have two during. Okay. In the sentence, if you have two durings, so for example, we read means during the day and sleep during the night. So we what read by day and sleep by night, right? So in that case also we are using what? By. Then the other time expression is for. For is used before a time phrase to denote so much time has passed during an action or a situation. Means here we are talking about for a longer period of time. So I have not, and remember with for most of the time you will find all the perfect tenses. Perfect means present perfect or present perfect progressive most of the time. We are also using past perfect progressive. We are also using past perfect tense here. So here it is. For is used for a time phrase that denotes so much time has passed during which an action or a situation continued. So I have not seen him for 2 years. That means he is like he has not seen him, and also till date like is yet to see him. So in that case we are using perfect tense, present perfect tense, and preposition is for. So whenever you see present perfect tense and you have a time like situation, you always go for this preposition. For example, he has not eaten dash weeks. Okay, so in the, if you have in, if you have on, if you have for, if you have from, which one will you go for? Just check the tense. You have has plus V3, that means it is present perfect tense. So we will go for this one. Okay, very easy. A trick also. Then we waited for an hour, but he didn't turn up. So in this case, it has already completed. So we have a past simple expressions here. So for an hour, because it was the time that was going on at that point of time. So yes, correct. Option C. I have already marked it. Then this one, yeah, Swati, it is, I made this gift for you. That is not for time. We are not talking about time there, right? That is like, that is intended for someone, or that is like purpose. Okay. So it is, we are now talking about the time preposition. Okay. So that is why we are using all this, and some other time prepositions you will find here. Those are, I sat down by the window sill to take some fresh air. Again, the preposition that you are using, I am talking about time prepositions here. Okay. And the thing that you have been talking about, those are actually not time prepositions. Okay. Those, the same words, but those are not time prepositions. And why I am focusing on time prepositions? Because your Olympiad questions revolves around that. Okay. Yes, that is a correct expression that Sanvi, he played the basketball for, he has played. If you make it, he has played, that would be nice. Otherwise, you have to attach a particular thing, means here, like this. She had been. Okay, she had been. She had been the resident of the building for 5 years. Yes. Now see, we have also some other examples of prepositions since, from, and for. We have already discussed. Since, the difference between for and since is, it is also used in the perfect tense or perfect continuous tense, but you will find a point here. Okay, from the time when it has started, you will find since there. Okay, since last night. And remember, when you have expressions like last night, okay, Monday, suppose there is a date, suppose 1st January, okay, suppose there is a year, since like 2022, okay. So in that case, we are using since. When you have a point mentioned from where it has started, in that case, you are using since. And the tense is again the same like for perfect tense and perfect continuous. I will show an example for that. Wait. What is the difference between for and since? Uh, no, no, that is incorrect. When you say I have been studying since like what, 4 hours or 5 hours, that is incorrect. Okay, it will be like this. Suppose now it is going to be 9. Okay, so it will be like I, or we have been, let us say, we have been studying for almost an hour. Okay, so almost an hour. And I'm sorry, we have been studying since 8. Understands the difference in these two sentences. It is very easy to understand, right? I have been studying since 4 hours is incorrect. It would be like I have been studying, suppose it is now going to be 9 and you might have started at around what, 5. So it will be like I have been studying since 5 o'clock or 5 p.m. and I have been studying for 4 hours. Okay. Is it fine now? Since 2 days is also incorrect. I had not seen him since 2 days ago. With since we do not use ago. And you can, if you want to use since there, then you can use their last 2 days. Okay, since last 2 days. Otherwise, you can mention, suppose today is Wednesday, so we can go for Sunday. So you can say that I had not seen him since Sunday, and I had not seen him for 2 days. Okay, which since we do not use ago. Fine. I have been waiting for 31st January since many days. It's my birthday. No, it is not like since many days. Again, days. Okay. If it is a day, then since can be used. If it is many days, then you are supposed to use for. I have been waiting for 31st January, or I have been eagerly waiting for 31st January for a long time, right? Let us make it like this. For not for many days, for a long time. Yes, now you are correct. We have been friends since 2017. Okay. So I hope it is clear for others as well. From also represents a point in time. However, it can be used for all the tenses. But one more thing that we need to know, like it is maybe it will show the beginning. Otherwise, it will have both the, for example, your exam is from 2 to 5. Suppose this is a case. Okay. So 2 to 5, in that case, we can use, since last night I have fever. Yes. Instead of writing I have fever, I have been suffering from fever. Okay. That would be an appropriate sentence. So I guess it is clear for others also. We have understood clearly what is I have again, I live in Visakhapatnam is incorrect. I have been living in Visakhapatnam. Okay. It is I have been living in Visakhapatnam since my birth. Very good. Right. So, is it clear now? Let us move on to the next slide. Let us go to some other usage of preposition. So now there is an exception. What is the exception? Like where you are not supposed to use the preposition, because we tend to use that. So here you can see it is given that the preposition at, on and in are not used if the noun giving time has an adjective with it, right? If it has got an adjective like this. Oh, every. So he met me last Sunday. It is an adjective. It is used here. Next, Diwali. Diwali spirit. We go for a walk every morning. I'll be 20 next June. If you have words like this, every, last, okay, this, every, next. So in that case, we are not supposed to use any preposition. Remember this. Yes, he was working on his invention from 7 a.m. till, no, with from it is to, not till. Yesterday, today and tomorrow do not take any preposition. So I will come again tomorrow. You met me yesterday is arriving today. So with tomorrow, yesterday, today, we are not supposed to use any preposition. So these 2 points are very, very important. Just have this thing in mind, because you have also error correction questions. Okay. So please be careful. So the preposition at, on and in are not used if the noun has got words like, means, for example, the Sunday. On Sunday is fine, but on last Sunday is incorrect. We will come again next Diwali. On Diwali is fine, but next Diwali, if it is given, then we are not supposed to use any preposition. We go for a walk every morning. So with every morning, with every evening, with means if the word every has been used, you're not supposed to use any preposition. And with next also the same. And with expressions like yesterday, today, tomorrow, you are not supposed to use any preposition. If I will write here, I will come again on tomorrow, that would be incorrect. Okay. So this is how, so other prepositions you can use, but the restrictions are on add, on and in. Okay. And you are not supposed to use any preposition if yesterday, today and tomorrow is given directly. If last is given with last Sunday, last Monday, then you can use since. Okay. But you cannot use this. Okay, I will visit again next Holi. Correct. Since last night, I have fever. I am suffering from fever also. If you wish, you can write. That would be an means a better sentence. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. And this is another example of preposition that is indicating the place. So that is for time. Now you have place. So residence means the place where you live or you reside in. For general reference, we use in I live in a small house. She lives in a bungalow. Okay. So I live in a flat. She lives in a independent in an independent house. So in that case, we are using general. It is called general reference. Okay. They live in a beautiful apartment. Let's say. So in is used for general sense. Then it is also written, do you live in a flat or in a mansion? Then for a house with a name or address, we use at. Like for example, Mrs. Gandhi lives at 10 Janpur. For example, if we write lived. For example, the ex chief minister of Odisha lives at Naveen Nivas. Right? Okay, so when you have an address, there you use at. For example, suppose my house number is 5D. So I live at 5D. Okay. You might have got your house's numbers, so you will also mention there. And for the names of streets, we used in. For example, Arifin is at Acharya Vihar in Bhubaneswar. See, I have written this because we have a bigger place and a smaller place. Since Bhubaneswar is a bigger place, so in as compared to Acharya Vihar, so it is at. Okay, but if I will only write what Acharya Vihar, then I will write Arifin is in Acharya Vihar. Okay, like the names of your what locality. That's what we try to say here. Then place of work. Here another example is there. He lives in sector 14. Yes, Maya lives in Las Vegas is also correct. Now, place of work. So we have talked about the place where you live in. Now it is the place of work. If it is a building, use in. His father works in a bank. But in case of place of work, which is not an enclosed like what thing, which is like a what? Not a building. In that case, we use on. Okay. We do not use farm here. We do not use in here. We use on. Ram, Ram works on a farm. If it is a building, remember, we use in. Suppose her mother works in a hospital. Then, in case if the name of the place of work is given, use at. Means suppose the name of the office if it is given. So he works at the public library. He works at the what? Uh, let's say at the government what? Archives office. Okay, so in that case, we are using at. No, we live at Oxford is different. Oxford is also a place. So we live in Oxford will be better instead of. So if you can use at Oxford in London, in that case it is like fine. So he works at the public library, and where do we use what in? If the name is a particular department or suppose ministry, suppose it is written that her father works in the Ministry of Health. Okay, so in this case, we are using department or ministry, we are using in, right? Quickly going to the next slide. So now by is used after a verb. So what else we use like the prepositions for apart from those prepositions you will find prepositions of manner, agent or instrument. So we have two prepositions for it, by and with. Okay. So if you have the tiger was killed by the hunter. So remember when it is a living being, we use by. And when it is a thing with the help of which we are doing something, we use with. Okay. So I caught him by the neck. So it is now manner. It shows the manner in which the action. So suppose he like grabbed that particular person by his neck. So it is I caught him by neck or I caught the thief by his neck. She sent the letter by post. It is the medium. Okay. Then he paid me back by installments. It is the manner again. And our houses are lighted by electricity is again the medium. Where do we use with? We cut an apple with a knife. He greeted me with a smile. We see with our eyes. It is not we see in our eyes. We see with our eyes. Right? And you will find some more usage of prepositions. It is already we have like I think you might have covered this particular kind of usage in your junior classes. For example, on shows contact, means like if this is the case, so it will be on. My hand is like, my right hand is on my left hand. If it is like this, it will be over. Okay, like the fans. Then above is like quite high, up above the wall, so high, so high. If it is so high, almost you cannot touch it. In that case, you use above. And so on makes contact, it must be touching. Over again, it doesn't make any contact, right? And above is too far, too high. Like the fan, if we stand upon, means on a chair, we can touch the fan. But can you touch the sky? No. So in that case, you will be using above. So, and opposite, the opposite of above is below. So the book is on the, and below, mostly you will be using below with things which are like not means able to move on their own. So the book is on the table because it is touching the table. The dog sprang upon the cat. That means like it shows some kind of motion. Then the dog is under the table. The fan is over them all. And for, there is another example of the word for. He left for Mumbai yesterday. Means the destination, if you have got the destination and you are using the word leave or left. So in that case, we are using for. Then at, look at. With the word look, you most of the time use the word at. To shows again destination. From shows the place of origin. I am coming from Mumbai. That means that has, like, I have started my journey from there. Towards that shows the direction, means in the same direction. We use towards. Means suppose if I'll say I'm going towards Mumbai, that doesn't mean I'm going to Mumbai. I'm going in the direction of Mumbai. I might be going somewhere else which comes in the direction of Mumbai. Down is like shows some kind of movement from up to, like what? Down. Then from, I have already mentioned, I think repeated the example. Towards also. Down shows again the, like I said, movement from up to down. And up shows upward movement. Down shows downward movement. And up is used when you are talking of downward movement. We have got very less time. So now the difference between on and upon. So on is used when something is at rest. Okay. And when you see movement, you will use upon. So you can see here, on the laptop is on the desk. The laptop cannot move it or move on its own. So we are using on here. And the cat leaped upon the wall. Means we show some kind of movement. The cat jumped on it. So upon is for movement. It is for rest. Then in and into share the same kind of analogy, just as like on and upon. When you are talking about in, that is also showing something at rest. And into shows, you can see here, there is a word also mentioned, walked, movement. Okay. So I will, you can say that the what? Maybe the pipe is in the swimming pool and I jumped into the swimming pool. Okay. So that's the difference. Quickly moving on to the next slide. So you will find here another example, that is beside and besides. Okay. So what is beside? Beside is side, at the side of, at one side. And besides shows what? That is with. means add means in addition to, means with that. So if it is like she was standing beside her father, means his father is standing here and she is standing near her father. Okay, it is beside, and they also have a car, and besides a house, means they have a house, and with that a car, and with the house and car they have a television. So besides shares, in addition to. Between and among, when you are talking about two persons, you use between. When you do not have an idea like how many persons are there, more than two mostly, then you use among. This trade is good between India and the USA. So we have two participants here. And in this, the WHO circulated COVID-19 guidelines among the member countries. So almost 200 means countries are there. 196 or 197, I guess. So my GK is not that strong as yours. So member countries, almost 200 member countries. So more than two in that case. We do not know the number exactly. So in that case, we are using among. Then we will go for the next slide. So there is a set of questions. I don't think it will be possible today to solve these questions. I'm quickly taking you through the collocation. We will be solving these questions in the forthcoming sessions. No issues. And just have a look at the collocation. A collocation simply means words that often go with some other words to like show some kind of expression, right? So it can be like I have given you an example. I have cited an example for you, that is like this one, the fast train and the fast food. Okay, we do not say the quick train and the quick food. Now quick and fast almost mean the similar. Then quick shower and a quick meal, we do not say fast shower or a fast meal. So these expressions are called collocations. Okay, collocation is again combination of two words, co-location, right? Means similar, they are sharing the similar location, means similar place. Let us have some more example of collocation. So here are some more examples. I have almost emboldened all those words. So Jacob always keeps his promises. So keeping promise, this is an example. We do not say remember the promises, or we do not say what not breaking his breaks his promises. We always say keeps his promises. And go for a walk, we do not say let's like what move for a walk, or let's run for a walk. We say let's go for a walk. Really took some notes during the class. So we take notes. We do not make notes or write notes. We take notes. He made a decision. Remember, we usually say take decisions. These are not taking decisions. This is making decisions. Can you please pay the bill? It is not like what receive. It is not like what give the bill. It is pay the bill. My brother kept his cool during the argument. Keeping one's cool, that means stay calm. Okay. Then it is not feel cool or behave cool. It is keeping cool. Then can you please make your bed? We do not say spray. Means what? Bring what? Open your bed or something like that. We say make your bed. Can you give me directions to the nearest cafe? So it is giving the directions. Then break the news. It is not I told the news, or we need to tell the news to our friends. It is break the news. So that's why you have heard it breaking news. Okay. So breaking news means to sharing the news. So now, how do we make this collocation? There must be some way to means do it. So how do we do it? So there are different like what ways to means do collocation. This is the last slide that I'm going to share with you. So collocation are formed by different combination of words like adjectives, nouns, verbs. So we connect them and we normally use them. So adverb plus adjective. So with hot, you go for extremely. Okay. Instead of saying only very hot, we say extremely hot, which is better. Highly skilled, highly qualified. Okay. Extremely difficult. We do not say it is like very difficult. In order to show very, very difficult, we do right extremely difficult. Deeply emotional, and you can also see adjective and noun: green grass, fast car, fast food, big city, strong coffee. Okay. Then flower garden, aeroplane. This is noun plus noun. Aeroplane cabin, computer mouse, coffee table. It is just like you have done what? Your compound nouns. It is almost like means what? Forming compound noun. Noun plus verb: bee sting, heartbeat, time pass, snow fall. And verb plus noun, you will say write a letter, build a house, the ones that we have just like covered. Cook dinner, verb plus expression with prepositions, rely on, write to, count on. So we will be like taking up all these things in the forthcoming sessions. And also the exercise on prepositions will be taking up in the next class. I hope you have enjoyed the session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye. Good night. Take care.